Services Management Part 2, Luxury Consumers. The objectives are: define the differences between ordinary and extraordinary, define, discuss the differences between a democratic, elite, and distant perspective of luxury, define, discuss the differences between a meritocratic and aristocratic consumer, define and discuss the differences between excursionist, day tripper, and loyalist consumer. Female emancipation has impacted luxury consumption globally. Today, in many developing parts of the world, women are earning their own money and is using it to buy luxury goods. Even in countries where women are being suppressed, luxury consumption by women is extremely high. In many Arab countries, Victoria's Secret is a leading brand, which indicates that women seek luxury brands no matter their social status or social requirement of hiding their luxury consumption of a luxury brand, because they want to fulfill their hedonistic needs. Democratization means that luxury goods are created goods for the masses. Some would argue that these are premium goods, but many luxury producers are attempting to create a line of goods that's between premium and luxury. A term has been created to describe this group of goods, which is called mystique brands. A luxury brand for the masses that will increase their social status and hedonistic experience. Many of us will agree that China is a new frontier of economic development, and with it, a tremendous amount of net worth has been created within this country. Today, China is consuming approximately 1/3 of all luxury goods and products, and by 2020, this percentage will increase to approximately 50%. I would argue that we are connected globally, which creates global markets and information. The advent of the internet makes us all connected, and the cost of communicating it has been drastically reduced because of internet marketing. The non-return effect means that once you've started consuming luxury goods, you tend to be unwilling to purchase non-luxury goods. Luxury consumption has changed from a good focus to more of a country focus. At one time, luxury consumer was primary in Europe and North America because they had the largest economies in the world. However, because of the economic growth and development, it has shifted more towards the developing countries such as China. A luxury good is always in the eyes of the beholder. For some, it is an ordinary good, while other people would see it as extraordinary. Can you identify goods that would be ordinary to some and extraordinary to others? Why? A luxury good is typically established at a higher price, so increasing the price when demand rises tends to damage the image of the good. For most luxury goods, you do not have a low introductory price, but rather set the price based on the quality and superiority of the luxury good. However, if there are costs associated that can be explained, like import duty or transportation costs, people will accept these higher costs that is reflected in the price. There's a concept called the Verbin effect, which means that when you increase the price of a luxury good, the consumption patterns also increases. Some have argued for a good to be considered a luxury good, it must be global in nature. People who purchase luxury goods want their luxury goods to be seen internationally, so their status and hedonistic experience can also be recognized. Can you name global luxury brands within the hospitality industry? At one time, only the elite could afford a luxury good. Today, many people see it as a right that they should have because they're just like the wealthy. Many luxury brands have responded by creating lower-end luxury goods for the mass market. However, this might cause a backlash with the elite consumer because they do not want the masses to be consuming their luxury goods. Many luxury consumers are searching for products and services that are exclusive. How do you feel about others wearing or consuming the same luxury goods as you consume? Aristocracy is when a person has power and title by birth, while a meritocracy is when a person earns position and power by their ability. How would an aristocrat consume luxury goods differently than a person who made their fortune on their own and begins buying luxury goods? Those who have power and title by meritocracy tend to demonstrate their status by having loud labels and logos. Owning luxury goods without necessarily knowing how to properly consume a luxury good, and believe that luxury goods should be owned by those who can afford. A person who are born as an aristocrat are trained how to consume luxury goods. They want to maintain that lifestyle that they were born into, and believe that luxury goods should be consumed by those who can truly appreciate it and were trained to consume it. Do you agree with this perspective? Excursionists are those that dreams to be a person who can afford luxury goods and will purchase them occasionally, while day trippers are those who like to purchase luxury goods only when there's a discount, while brand loyalists are those who can afford the luxury goods on a regular basis. Which group should you target? Which group should you not target? Why? How should you target each group? This figure shows that when people buy luxury goods on a regular basis, they tend to purchase luxury goods in many different categories. People who can only buy luxury goods occasionally or purchase goods in a very narrow category, like cars, jewelry, or staying in a luxury hotel, is called routine consumers. The occasional luxury consumer might treat themselves occasionally or for a special occasion. However, as their economic power tends to increase, so will their luxury consumption. So it's important to focus on people with emerging economic power to acquaint them with your luxury goods. This study found there are 4 types of luxury consumers. Those who are seeking authenticity of the experience, searching for hedonism, traditional and prestigious, and those who want luxury goods that are exclusive and seek items of rarity. Which one of these 4 categories do you fit into? Many luxury consumers can be placed into this grid. The X-axis range from holistic living to expressing themselves with loud logos. The Y-axis range from wanting to have a unique experience to one that fits into an expiring world. Where would you put yourself into this figure? The purpose of luxury consumption varies by the person and the purpose. In different cultures, it means different things. In one part of the world, luxury products might mean alcohol. In another part of the world, it might mean flowers. In many Arab countries, when someone is getting married, you bring gold and silver. Many will argue that luxury for oneself means social status and hedonism. Let's take a look at our in-class assignments.